Hey everybody, Travis Clayton back with another strategic thought. And I recently wrote a blog about this topic. And the more I thought about it and the more I sat on it, I realized I really just wanted to do a quick video about it because it's something that I'm very passionate about, which is showing the value of what we do as communicators to ensure our seat at the proverbial table. So I recently participated in a panel discussion with the Public Relations Society of America about the importance of these strategic communications plan, and we posed the question: Is the Stratcom plan dead? And the answer was a resounding no. And I did write a follow-up blog, so make sure you check out tcstrategic.com for the blog post. But one of the questions that we received during the panel discussion made me pause, especially because it's something I'm very passionate about. An attendee asked, how can we as communicators get a seat at the proverbial table? Now, if you're in the communications industry, you know that we've been fighting for a seat at that table for a long time. For decades, we've tried to show the value of all of our efforts, most of the time very unsuccessfully. And let's face it, it's not an easy thing to quantify, or it's not an easy thing to value. There are no standards to measure public relations efforts, at least no set standards to measure these efforts. In fact, there's really not even a firm definition of public relations in the minds of the people who need it the most, the businesses out there. You ask five different business owners or even five different PR pros what the definition of public relations or even communications is, and you're going to get five different answers. So if we can't define our activities, how in the world are we supposed to define the value? Well, it is possible, and in the most basic terms, we need to focus on value over volume. It doesn't matter how many press releases we write, or how many news stories we get placed, or how many social media posts go live in a given day, or month, week, year. These are tactics and these are output measurements that, in most cases, don't provide a direct link back to organizational goals, meaning a direct link back to value, or the value that we can provide to our organizations. Yes, we need these tactics and we need these metrics, and those are amazing tools to help us accomplish what we need to accomplish, but we need to go much deeper to find the value of all of these efforts. And it all starts by thinking strategically. And I preach about this all the time, thinking strategically. And by that, I mean, we need to take a step back and take a look at the larger picture and force ourselves as practitioners to understand how everything works together. We need to do a better job at understanding and using metrics that tie into organizational goals, not just communications goals. And each organization is different. So our approach needs to be different. It needs to be tailored. If your company's goal is revenue, if you're trying to drive revenue, then we need to focus on metrics that tie back to revenue. Maybe it's increased website traffic that we track, and then they're converted to business. Or if your company is more concerned with driving membership to take action or awareness of something, then we need metrics that tie back to that. Now, I've said this before, but we all have a responsibility to lift up our industry and our clients. They play hand in hand. Both of them go together. And we do that by showing meaningful results in value. And that goes well beyond just a national media placement or a blog post or a social media post. Communicators, public relations practitioners deserve a seat at that table. But it's up to us to make sure that we get it. We'll never get there until we start thinking strategically, force ourselves to look at how everything is pieced together and showing the real value of what we do. And there's your strategic thought. I'm going to be talking more about this in the coming weeks. So make sure you check out tcstrategic.com for more posts, more strategic thoughts, as well as to sign up for our weekly newsletter. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.